Guys, I'll just get you to shush up for a bit. We're going to make a start. Firstly, thanks to everyone for making the effort to come down here today. I know the squad is spread right across the Illawarra. We've got people as far as Batemans Bay and as far north as the Rule, I believe. So you and your parents deserve a bit of a rap, firstly, for making the effort to get here on a Saturday morning in Gerringong. I know some of the Jezza boys looking forward to their trip away later today, but we've just got one last task for you before you get to go away and relax, boys. So again, thank you for being here. Firstly, what I want to do is just give you a bit of an overview of the session today and what we're planning to do, the outcomes that we're kind of looking for from today's session, and we're just going to cover what's going on in the session, and then we'll get together at the end of the session and do a bit of a debrief and send you guys in your opposite directions so you can enjoy your weekend. So firstly, in terms of today's session outcomes, the few Saturday sessions we have done now have been tough sessions, and today is no different. So what we've got planned is two 40-minute sessions back to back. The first 40 minutes we're going to be leaving this area here. You can leave your bags and belongings and whatnot with your parents and some of the coaches, but us players and S&C staff are going to be taking you on an interval run across Gerringong. When we get back from that interval run, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be going through a boxing and combat session. So again, like our first session, that's really going to test out your your physical fitness and strength, but it's also going to test you mentally. We're going to really sort of try and dig in and see what your commitment levels are like today, because it's going to get tough at times. We want to see who's got the mental strength and stamina to pick themselves up when they get tired and keep going. Who can do that also for their teammates? This is the start or the creation of hopefully a really, really good team. And so far what we've seen from you guys in some of the early pre-season sessions is that there is the crux of a really good team here. But true teams real good teams are tested under tough times. And so we want to see, when you guys face a bit of adversity, how well you can bond together and lift your teammates through as well. And on that note, testing your physical fitness and your mental stamina and your commitment levels, I've got a couple of special guests here today who I'm really excited to have speak with you, and I'm sure you'll really get a lot out of what they have to say today. We've got two local heroes in terms of my good mate Ashton Sims and his brother Corbin, who are here. Now, Ashton was a real trailblazer, a kid from Gerringong who started exactly where you guys are, at the Harold Matthews level for Illawarra Steelers. He worked his way up to first grade level as an 18-year-old for the local team here, the George Illawarra Dragons. He's gone on to play for glamour clubs at Brisbane Broncos. He's played with Jonathan Thurston at the North Queensland Cowboys, and then his career took him over to the Super League, where it wasn't surprising to me that at a club like Warrington, Ashton became like a real cult figure in that town, and that's exactly what he is here in Gerringong, and he always has been. A great guy with a really good work ethic, but just really good personality and manners and respect, and he's had a long successful career over in the Super League after the Broncos and the Cowboys, and then he was a real trailblazer in that he helped establish rugby league in North America by going to the Toronto Wolfpack and making that team a force as they worked their way up through the grades to qualify for Super League. His brother Corbin, of course, currently plays for the Dragons as well. So here's two local guys who started exactly where you guys are, who are well renowned for their work ethic, for their physical and mental strength and stamina, for their commitment levels, and I would really, really highly encourage you guys to really take in what they say today and absorb it. And when we're done with the little chat from the Sims boys, it's time for us to get going. I know most of you guys are really fit, but like I said, let's see how you guys go when the going gets tough today. All right, I'm going to hand it over to the Sims boys, but really excited about today's session, guys, and good luck.
Two things that I built a career, Corbin built a career, NRL players build a career on, because when we talk about sacrifice and commitment, I know you guys are 16 years old, I know you've got some things going on, I know a lot of you are probably chasing some girls, a lot of you are probably going to some parties. And you know what, that's okay, but if you've got a game on Saturday, do you reckon going to a party on Friday night's the best option? Do you reckon staying up late on a Friday night for a Saturday because you're on your phone texting, here, there and everywhere? That's the sacrifice that some of us, not all of us, but some of us need to take. When we talk about commitment, you guys are going to go through a tough session here today, I understand that. But a big part of being resilient is persevering through adversity and not giving up. And you know what, you're looking around here, you are 30 of the best rugby league players, of the best under 16 rugby league players in our area. Take some solace in that. But you know what? Natural ability will only get you so far. You need to have a hard work ethic. You need to sometimes take the fucking bit between the teeth and persevere and go on with it. You'll do some stuff here today. It is character building. It is going to be tough, but you know what? Life's tough. Okay? You're building some great foundations, some great building blocks here for not only just rugby league, but for the rest of your life. You're probably talking to mates this morning who are probably still laying in bed at 8 o'clock on a Saturday morning, but you know what? You guys are up, you guys are out, you guys are doing it. So give yourselves a bit of pat on the back there. But understand, I totally understand, I've been in your position before, there are going to be some people cut. If you do get cut, that's not the end of the line. I was very lucky, humbled and privileged to play up at the Broncos, and I played with a guy called Matt Gillette. Matt Gillette made his debut at 24 years old. At 25, he was playing for Queensland for Australia. So if you do get cut, okay, it is not the end of the line. It's just a small bump in the road.
I just want to cover off what we're going to do today. They've given you a good intro. We've got two 40-minute sessions back-to-back planned for you today. What we're going to be doing in the first session is we're going to be moving from here. We're going to jog across town, and we've got some interval running to do. That stuff's going to be character building. But in terms of just a few housekeeping things I need you to be aware of for your own safety is watch where you're running. We're going to be running across up and down gutters. There's shit on the ground. Just sort of watch where you're going. It's really obvious advice, but I'd hate to see one of you guys roll an ankle just because you're not paying attention to what you're doing. We are going to be on some rough surfaces. There's grass, there's stairs, there's hills. So please just be careful. We are going to have to go across a few streets as well. So remember, look left, look right, look left again. Don't get run over by a car. That will fuck our insurance big time. One of the other things I would like to do today, we just got a quick photo of you guys then, and I videoed some of what the Sims boys said. But as part of an assessment that I've got to do for college, I would love to film some of what we've got to do today. So does anyone here have any issue if, and it's okay if the answer is yes, if we film some of what goes on today? If you don't, I'm going to pass this attendance form around. You put your name, you sign it, and you just tick that you're okay for stuff to be filmed today. Cool? I won't make you YouTube celebrities, but we should get that done really, really quickly. Once we pass that around, you can leave your bags here. All I'm going to ask is that you take your drink bottle, that's it. Pumping! Touch every step! Good, good, good. All right, now recover, breathe deep. Round the corner again. Just slow down once you get to the top. Suck them in. Good work. Boys, quick debrief. That interval run's sensational. I know it was hot and sweaty out there, but you know the fitness that you guys showed, certainly the strength in the legs that you needed to get up not only the stairs each time, but you know every section of that hill, sensational. Really loved the teamwork out there. You know, some of those fitter guys that were really pushing the other blokes up the hills just to get everyone home as a team. Like, that's the sort of stuff we're looking for. So keep that stuff up. We're on to part 2 shortly, where we're going to get the boxing gloves on. We're going to see what you guys are like in a combat sense. See if you've got some fight left in you. Let's keep it up. We'll debrief just at the end of the session and have another chat. All right, figure out who's going to punch first and who's going to pad first.
Yeah, shotgun.
So get along the trial line. I need the boxers looking at me. So the pad holders are looking at the Come on, let's go. Get organised. Get on the trial line. Boxers looking at me. Some of you might have done boxing before, and there's many different ways to do this, but I'm never going to get you to punch too many punches at a time. So when you punch, it's almost like all the other stuff I've made you do. When you do it, I want you to do it well. So a couple of basics. You keep your hands up at all times. If you're holding pads and your partner is starting to drop their hands and they're punching from down here, you have my permission to whack them. All right? Smack them across the face. They'll only do it once and they'll get their hands back up. Okay? Next tip, you punch from that position, all right? When you punch, you pull it all the way back out of the way. You punch and you pull back. Spring in and out, okay? When you're doing that, you won't get into this shit position where I see some blokes punching and they're punching out and they're only pulling it halfway back. They end up in this position where there's one under and one over. It's the most uncoordinated shit you're ever gonna see, all right? So you punch, you pull it out of the way so there's room for the other arm to go. Another important tip is pad holders. You've got a job to do. You've got to provide some resistance. So if you're standing upright with limp arms, you're giving them no resistance. You've got to get in a strong stance. You've got to bring those pads together. I don't know anyone with a head that wide, so you don't hold pads out here. You get them in close together to be like a head target. Okay, so Simone's got them here. She's not holding them out wide. She's getting a stance long so she can cop the brunt of my impact, and they're close together. All right, so when you punch, you pull it right back out of the way, okay? So we're gonna get you guys to start on your lead arm, which is your left arm, and I want you to start practicing pulling that punch right back out of the way. We're gonna do 20 seconds on the left arm, and trust me, this might seem a bit boring, but it is gonna get much more advanced than this. 20 seconds just started. Let's have a look at your left punch.
Gotta move, boys, let's go! Gotta move!
This is it. It's been a big morning already, so this is where we test what you're made of. I'll just stand on this side. Hopefully if I stand here, can the pad holders see me? Yep. Righto. Pad holders, I'll give you a B plus at the moment. Some of you need to get a bit tighter with how you're holding them. You need to give some resistance back. Who's ever boxed with someone maybe today or before today when you're punching the pads and they're just piss weak? It's hard, isn't it? It's hard work. They're hitting you, just hit them back a bit. I want to hear that impact on the pad. So, I learnt this drill in something called Australia's biggest boxing class. There were 66 pairs of people, and this is how it went. we're going to start at Ethan's end, and you're going to spend 10 seconds boxing with each pad holder on the line. So when I call switch, you'll move to your right and you'll punch with the next person. And I'm going to tell the pad holders which punching style we're doing. 10 seconds, remember, not 10 punches, so you keep punching. When you get to Jasper's spot and you finish with him, with Ashton, you're on the run, which means you're probably going to miss a station. And is it Rod? Rod's just going to be here for like good looking value. All right, he's just here to push us along. By the time you finish at the end and jog down to here, you probably miss that station and you just work your way along the line again. So remember who your partner is, because when you get back to them, that's when you know you're finished. All right, it's going to get hard, but it's 10 seconds of your life. It's just like these planks we do, boys. It's 10 seconds. It's not that hard. It's mind over matter. Right, first set. Boxers, just look straight ahead of your partner. 10 seconds of your life. Start on the highs. Let's go. 10 seconds. Get your hands out of the way. Punch, pull back. Punch, pull back. 3, 2, 1. Move to your right. You're on the job. Straights this time. Straights. 10 seconds of your life. All right, boys. Let's have a quick chat. I'm super impressed with what I saw today. I've just had a chat with the coaches. You know, this is such a new team. We've only been together for 3 weeks, but 3 to 4 times a week, you guys have been turning up, putting in. You know, we're working hard in the gym. We work hard on the field, but it's these little extra sessions like what we've done today, where we went out. You know, we did our interval run. It was tough stuff. We got back here. You know, we sort of just composed ourselves a bit. We recharged and we got geared up for session number 2. That boxing was sensational. Like, I've done a lot of boxing sessions with all calibers of people, some really elite athletes, and sometimes I see people doing that and they look really uncoordinated. But you guys had style, you had effort, you had all the things we were looking for today. You know, you had that physical strength and fitness to begin with, but that only gets you so far. What was really impressive was the fact that I saw how tired you guys got. I saw that some blokes struggled more than others. We saw leaders step up today. That element of teamwork to get the whole team home up that hill earlier on, that just set the tone for what was the rest of this session. The boxing session, which we did the last round there, where we did the what we call the line of fire, where you guys had to spend 10 seconds with, what was it, I think 17 or 18 different pad holders, and just keep banging it out and just keep giving it everything you've got, 10 seconds on each person. Like, I know how tough that is, but that was a really long line and you guys were pretty knackered, but you just kept turning up, you kept putting in. Look, I know, like I said, that the other coaches are super impressed. I'm really excited to see where you guys can go this year. Unfortunately, in about a week or two's time, the squad will get cut. It's down from 34 to 25 after that first trial game. But like Ashton and Corbin said earlier, if you get cut, that's not the end of it. Keep this hard work ethic that you've developed. Keep this positive attitude. You know, keep turning up for your teammates. Never give up on your goals and your dreams, and you know, maybe you'll make it back in again next year. So thank you very much for today and your efforts. You should give a special hand to your coaches. I know the Sims boys were impressed with what they saw, and they said they'd be, you know, more than welcome to, or sort of more than happy to come back to one of your sessions in the future and just touch base to see how the squad's developing. So give yourselves a round of applause, because that was epic, and we'll be back in the gym Monday for some strength and mobility work, but keep an eye out for one of these road trip type sessions again in the very, very near future. Well done, guys.